Hello everyone, it's Alex. Welcome. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I have a video that I wanted to do before the holidays, but obviously that did not pan out with my beautiful schedule of mine. But today I have it for you guys. This is my continuation of my yearly holiday cool tone themes. Last year I did intro to oh my goodness, cool toned palettes. So last year I did an intro to cool toned palettes that were already out in the market, that were cooler toned. If you wanted to step your foot in cool tone eyeshadows and you wanted to try something out, I had done a whole video on that. I will link it up in the iCards if you are interested. And this year, since you've had a full year to play around with cool tone eyeshadow palettes, I am sharing with you guys 4 new palettes that I discovered this year, that came out this year, or that were available to me this specific year. And I thought that they were something I wanted to mention. So I have 2 drugstore, well, technically 3-ish drugstore and 1 high-end one. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started and show you swatches of them. First up is a brand that I never really hear too much about. This is available at Walmart, at least at my local Walmart. I don't know if all Walmarts carry it, but I know this line is specific to Walmart, and that is the Cokey Professional line. This is the Classic Romance palette. This is $10, which I think is a little bit much for this type of eyeshadow palette. It does come with 9 shades. These are cool toned eyeshadows. You do get a hint of purple in these 2 shades right here, but all the rest are either a cooler gold or a silver or a taupe shade. You do get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mattes in here, so you do get a nice range of mattes. These are a little bit drier to the touch. They do take a little bit of building up on the eyes, but it's nothing where I find that they did not perform well. These lasted pretty well. Again, the mattes did fade on my crease when I wore them. The shimmer shades performed amazingly and lasted all day. I did get a little bit of creasing on my eyes, but if you've been following me for a while and know my body type and my skin type, drugstore eyeshadows tend to fade on me and crease because I have very oily lids. So that's just the nature of the game. But I did like it. It lasted actually surprisingly well for what it is, and I didn't expect too much from this palette. These are a bit powdery, as you guys can see from some of it. You do get powder kick up on some of these shimmer shades more than others. Same thing with the actual mattes. But I'm not going to say that this is bad. This is actually not too bad. Keep in mind some of these are also chalky. Like maybe this white one might be a little bit chalky, but it's not a bad palette. It's actually not bad. I didn't expect too much from it, but it surprised me. It surprised me very much. So this is the first one. If you're looking for a cool tone, travel friendly, small type of palette, this is a good one. The next one that I have is a new one. This is something that I featured in a Top Picks and Skips in the beginning of my whole entire journey with that series, and I finally picked this up and I am so happy with it. This is the Milani Soft and Sultry palette. This is the number 3. They had 2. They came out with 2 more. I picked up this one. This is completely cool tone, as you guys can see here. It is absolutely beautiful. I have always said that if any of the drugstore eyeshadows are going to work the best on me, it is Milani. And again, when I played with this palette, it reminded me of how good these eyeshadows are and how amazing they perform on my eyes, considering most of my drugstore eyeshadows just fade on me. This one just performed so good. I love the look that it came out with. It stayed sultry and beautiful the whole day. Bear in mind, this is a cool tone palette, but it leans more of a sultry, smoky type. You can see a lot of darker shades on the bottom. You don't get too many lights. You only get these up here, and out of these, this whole entire section right here, you only get 1 shimmer shade. The rest of these are all matte. So this is more of your sultry, deeper type of shades, smoky, more nighttime with a little bit of something on there. So you're not going to get like your everyday soft looks with this, but it does turn cool tone and is so beautiful. I love the look I came out with this. This one right here, the softest one, this is the only one that I found that kind of faded more on my eyes than anything, but that's because it was a lighter shade, so it's expected of it. But I have no complaints. The mattes were beautiful. The shimmers were amazing. They performed well. They blended so, so good. Love this palette. If I were to choose any of the ones that I'm showing you, this is definitely one of my tops, definitely. Now for the next one, which is something that I wanted to try in this brand, and I finally jumped the gun and got it. This is the Pretty Vulgar Nightingale palette. Now the reason why I picked this one is because the childhood street that I grew up in, my childhood home for 20 years, the street name was Nightingale. So it has a little sentimental value to me, so that's why I wanted to pick this one up. It does bring a mirror, and this is what the eyeshadow palette looks like right here. This eyeshadow palette is actually not bad, with the exception of a few. Like this one was a little bit dry, this one was a little bit crumbly, but as far as these went, I didn't mind them. And you're getting more like steel blue type of shades in here versus your mauve purple cooler tone eyeshadows that you would get like with this one right here. So you are getting a little bit of a differentiation with this one, and you are getting cooler tone browns in this one. I like the looks that came out with this. For the price though, I was expecting it to be a little bit better. I'm putting this more of a higher pedestal per se compared to the rest that I'm sharing with you guys, because this is a little bit more expensive. And I was actually shocked to find some duds in here, like this one right here and this one. I was expecting a little bit more. Now I do like that you get this one. This is not a black, this is more like a dark cool tone brown. So you're not getting a black, which is nice, but you're still getting something to darken everything up. I like this palette. You're basically only getting 5 shadows that are definitely matte, but this one right here is like a satin, and you can still use that in your crease and it'll be perfectly fine. The other ones I feel like you would definitely have to use on the lid because they are like more of a shimmery metallic-y type of color. I do like it. I was hoping that I wouldn't find the dud with these two, but you know, you can't win them all, but I do like this one. So if you are on the market for another cool tone with blues in it, this might be your friend. Last but not least, this is what I'm wearing on my eyes. This is the ColourPop Fame palette. This is a palette that I have rarely heard anybody speak about. Here you have some neutrals, some cool tones, and then some that are giving you a little bit of purple in them, and even some bluish green here. You get an array of mattes, shimmers, and metallics in here, and I gotta tell you, not one of these have I found that was a dud in here. This one, these two were my top picks definitely for these 4 palettes. Love this one. This is what I'm wearing on my eyes completely today, and as you guys can tell, it has like a hint of pink, which is really nice. I ended up using Snowboat, which was super bright on my eyes, so I toned it down with this color the most. I ended up using Clubhouse on my crease, as well as Starstrom, I think that's what it's called, Stardom, which is right here. But I have used other ones in here, and I really, really like this palette. I do. ColourPop just kills it with their formula. I really like it a lot. This one does not pull, you're not getting, what I liked about this one compared to the rest is you're not getting browns. You're not getting a full palette of just browns, because even the transition shades in here are either neutral with a rosy undertone or with a purple undertone. So this is not giving you the browns that you're seeing in like the Pretty Vulgar palette here. You could see that it's different. Even this Milani Sultry one, you're still getting browns in this one, but you're not getting it here. Can you see the difference in this? This is more of like dipping into color kind of cool tone palette, and I love that about this one. This one's definitely the most unique out of the 3 that I've shared with you guys. The formula was the best out of all of them, was this one. I didn't find anything that I was upset about or that didn't perform how I was expecting it to. A very underrated palette for it being a cool tone. You're not getting a black. This is like a dark grayish greenish blue, like it's a mixture of green, blue, gray. It's not black. And then this one isn't black either. This is a darkened brown. So I do like this one a ton. So these are the 4 palettes. And if I were to rate this, this is my top pick right here, which is Fame by ColourPop. My second favorite would be Milani Soft and Sultry, which you guys know I love my Milani. Third one would be the Pretty Vulgar Nightingale, and then the last one is the Cokey one. I would pick this one 4th. So that is it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I also want to ask you guys, do you guys want me to show you cool tone colorful eyeshadow palettes? Because I do have quite a few that I got this year that I have discovered in my collection. I do want to share with you guys. If you are in the market for cool tone eyeshadows, I think these would be great for the new year. I think these would be great for any time. If you are tired of seeing the warm tones, the oranges and the browns, these might be something you're interested in. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do think that 2019 is going to bring a lot more cool tone eyeshadow palettes, as you guys can see from the market. There are some more new cool tone eyeshadow palettes that are not yet in my collection that I do want to have and share with you guys, like the Anastasia Sultry palette. I said I wasn't going to get it, and I may have asked that for Christmas. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys in my next video, and don't forget that a smile is the best makeup a girl can wear. Bye, guys.